This clip you saw right now was from one of the biggest scandals in the history of modern cricket. So much so that it made news even outside the cricketing world, with even the Australian Prime Minister calling it a shocking disappointment.
This is a shocking disappointment, and it's wrong. And I look forward to Cricket Australia taking decisive action soon.
Welcome to one of the darkest days in the history of Australian cricket. Welcome to the Sandpaper Gate.
Hey guys, welcome to this two-part series.
Covering the full South Africa vs Australia 2018 series that has become popular among the cricket fans for the infamous Sandpaper Gate. In the first part, we will look at the first two tests of the series and all the events leading up to the Sandpaper Gate. And in the second part, we will revisit the much talked about Sandpaper Gate that sent shockwaves across the cricket community. The country is South Africa. The Proteas will host the Aussies for a 4-match test series. The Aussies are coming off the back of an Ashes triumph, whereas South Africa have just defeated the number 1 ranked test side India. Both the teams came into this riding a wave of momentum. This was a battle between the best bowling attacks at that time. There was something different about this rivalry. There was no home advantage, as South Africa tend to lose every time at their home, and the same goes for Australia. It seemed as if home advantage was never a thing for them. It's time for the first test. Australia bat first and put up a score of 351 runs off the back of Mitchell Marsh's 96, and South Africa were blown away by the reverse swing of Mitchell Starc in both the innings. But some other events also took place during the match. When AB de Villiers was run out during the second innings due to miscommunication with Aiden Markram, Nathan Lyon, the bowler, threw the ball back at AB de Villiers, who was lying on the ground. He was charged by the ICC with level 1 offence, and David Warner got too pumped up and was showing full aggression and got in the face of Aiden Markram. During tea at day 4, when result was just an afterthought, real action was taking place inside the dressing room, where David Warner and Quinton de Kock nearly had a spat with each other. And it is believed that a lot of personal stuff was said by David Warner to Quinton de Kock, but couldn't take it back when Quinton de Kock started giving. The series was heating up, and while Aiden Markram did get 100, still South Africa were blown away by Australia.
The second test match was a completely different story, with Rabada firing in all cylinders to claim a fifer, but that performance took a backseat because the Australians had to start crying about an accidental, harmless shoulder touch by Rabada towards Smith while celebrating his wicket. Oh man, these Aussies are such crybabies. Anyways, getting back to the game, Rabada, after getting Smith, accidentally brushed his shoulder on his way back to the pavilion
And was banned for 2 games for this act.
Yeah, sure, David Warner in the previous game tries to knock the shit out of Quinton de Kock, doesn't get banned even for 1 game, and Rabada does a harmless shoulder touch to Smith and gets banned for 2 games. Are you serious? Really? AB de Villiers had sent out a tweet during the first test match after the ugly David Warner Quinton de Kock spat, saying that this would be a series to remember. And oh boy was he right, as he changed the game completely with his 126, which was the difference that changed the game completely in the favor of South Africa. And Rabada being more fired up in the second innings, one batted himself, this time claiming a six-per and showing his emotion after getting Warner out, especially after what had happened in the first test match. The game-changing performances of AB de Villiers and Kagiso Rabada meant that the South Africans thrashed the Aussies by 6 wickets in the second test match. Cricket South Africa also decided to challenge the 2-match ban that was imposed by the ICC on Kagiso Rabada, and Kagiso Rabada was cleared to play in the third test match. Interestingly, that's what Shane Warne had to say about the whole Kagiso Rabada incident. Whether he shoulder charged, whether he accidentally bumped, whatever, but it shouldn't happen on the cricketing field. And to my surprise, Shane Warne has the balls to say this when he is the same guy who threw a ball at Marlon Samuels and also held him by his shirt during one of the BBL games. Oh man, the level of hypocrisy of these Aussies can never be matched. I guess my level of hatred for the Aussies is clearly showing up in this video, but I can't do anything about it. Changing gears. Now it was time for the third test and the time to move to Cape Town with the series evenly poised and some very unpopular incidents taking place both on and off the field. This had already become one of the series to remember, but nothing more memorable than what was about to go down in the third test match. So that's it guys for today's video. Stay tuned for the part 2 of this series, where we will cover the last 2 test matches and the most important, the most talked about, the infamous sandpaper game.